What's going on, everybody? Stock Talk here. Today is going to be my first ever video. We're going to be discussing Tim Sykes. Okay, is his alerts worth it? Is his program in general great? Now, I do want to start off with the disclaimer. I am not sponsored by him. I have no affiliation with Tim Sykes. I mean, I've tweeted at him a couple times here and there, and I've been in his program for 2 months, and those were two separate times throughout the year. So keep that in mind as well. So my honest feedback is he knows what he's talking about. He really does. Okay. And I like him because he doesn't give you a lot of BS. Now, does he show you all the flashy crap like this is my awesome hotel in Thailand? Yes, he does. Right. And I think that's because there's a lot of people in the industry or who want to make it, and you know, they love the idea of getting rich. They love the idea of having the Ferrari and the blah blah blah. And like personally, I'm not a sucker like that. Like if you go on Instagram and show your big wad of cash and you got a Ferrari and shit, that doesn't work on me. But for a lot of people, that does work. So I understand why you have to do that sometimes. It's part of the game to get new suckers in or new people, right? But honestly, so what you'll get when you do his alerts is you'll get 10 stocks every day, and they're usually pretty good actually, and he'll probably play one of them, maybe two of them. So you'll get the 10 stocks, and that's pretty cool. I enjoy that. He won't tell you at the beginning like this is where you should buy and sell, because he can't really predict the opening and the closing, so that's fine. I mean, I totally understand that. Now, I personally have been investing in the stock market for a few years now, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but I wouldn't say I was an expert by any means. I'm not an expert by any means. So I definitely appreciated seeing him buy and sell. Where when I joined like LPP or Ricky G, if you want to call him that, at Tech Buds, he will not tell you. He refuses to tell you where he buys and sells. But this video is not about him. So when Tim Sykes says IGC is moving, boom, buys at 222. He shows you where he exits at like $3 or some crap. Now, do you get to actually watch him? No, but there is an alert in his private chat group that you'll be a member of, so it's fine. It's pretty cool. I've played a couple of them, and I've actually had mostly success, and he's really honest about it. He's not like, hey, you're gonna win 100% of the time, which I appreciated, because I don't want to be a part of a group where the guy thinks that he's right 100% of the time, because that's just foolish, right? He tells you how much his account is worth. He's honest about that. He makes more money off his students than he actually does trading, which I really appreciated, right? Because again, you know, there's a lot of people out there who pretend like you joined their course and they're making all the money from trading. That's really mostly not true for a lot of these guys, the bigger guys. They're making a lot more money off of the group themselves. But anyways, the expectations were pretty good. I did like it. The only reason that I haven't done it again is just it's too much money for me. It's $80, and a lot of the time the watch list will be like, okay, you get 10 stocks and then maybe 2 of them will change, but pretty much every day or 3 to 4 days in a row be almost the same watch list, and he'll say almost the same exact things. He will edit a couple things, which is cool, but I didn't feel like, okay, this is something I had to do. Now, if you're solely a penny stock trader, which I'm not, but if you are, and you want to just play off his trades, I mean, that's something you have to decide. Personally, I don't only do pennies. I do a lot more like larger cap stops, and then I'll do a little bit of pennies on the side. So I invest about $20,000 total for my account, right? And so if I'm going to do a penny stock, I might throw in like $700, $1,000, right? I'm not going to throw in $20,000, which is my entire portfolio, in a penny stock. I'm just not going to. And I have made good success. You know, I've made $200, $300, every now and then like $500 off of my $700 to $1,000, which is great. I mean, that is astronomical. You know, you're not going to get that from Sony or Disney or something. So definitely on that is cool. And I would say if you're a brand new trader, should you go with Tim Sykes? He's really good, man. He's really good if you know what you're doing. But personally, I would say don't go with penny stocks right off the bat. That's my suggestion. But if you do want to go penny stocks, I would say Tim Sykes is probably the best out there. And the reason I say don't go into penny stocks too quickly is because you want to learn a lot more about the charts and stuff. And penny stocks are wild, man. They will go down 50%, up 100%, down 200%. He does prepare you for a lot of that, but at the end of the day, penny stocks are super sketchy. So I would personally say go with Tim Sykes if you're really dedicated, if you kind of have a good idea about the market, you kind of understand stocks, you understand VWAP, RSI, MACD, stuff like that, and you've been trading on paper trading or something, you know, and then you want to do it, go ahead. He does identify a lot of panics, which I like. That's probably like the most successful one I had, which is the morning panic. He'll teach you all about that. It's buying the dip, and I think that's probably the best thing about Tim Sykes' program that I learned, even though I'm not continuing it just because it's too expensive, is the morning panics, right? You get FOMO, fear of missing out. I think you've probably heard of that, right? So you'll see a stock in the pre-market going up so much, right? The old me would buy into it pre-market, and then it goes down, and you're like, what the heck's going on? I'm losing so much, right? But now, like, definitely Tim Sykes put it into my mind where it's like, okay, it's going up. Wait for the morning panic. Morning panic meaning it goes from $50 to, I don't know, like $42. Try to buy at 42-ish, right? You do not want to buy pre-market, or you do not. If you do buy pre-market, you need to get in and out. But, you know, wait for that panic. And that has really been the thing that helped me the most. Also identifying a few other things like first green day. He'll talk about that a lot, where the stock's been so red and then all of a sudden a huge pump at the end. It's like, why would they pump that at the end if they weren't going to continue it? I love that play as well. Overall, man, something else to understand though, like he'll say, come check me out live, right, in the alert group. So I'll be like, yeah, man, I want to watch this dude live. Well, guess what? You have to pay for that. Or guys, look at this new book I have. Look at this awesome new blah blah blah. You can watch me here. Okay, cool. I want to watch you. Click it. $250, $80, another $60 on top of your alert or whatever. So keep that in mind. I personally thought that the $80 a month was going to get me everything. Access to all the DVDs, all the books, all this, all that. No, well, that is not going to happen. If you thought that you were going to get access to everything, no, you will get a little room. You'll be able to access some videos. It's a good amount. It is a good amount. I think it's a couple hundred or 600 or whatever it is. But if you want to watch like the big stuff that he talks about, give me more money. So that was the biggest issue, as well. Like, it was just too expensive for me. I'm not going to spend $80 every single month. Personally, I think he should drop it. Now, you could say I'm a cheap ass, I'm a broke ass. I don't think that. I just think $80 is way too much for what I got. And overall, I do think he's a very knowledgeable teacher, but not for me. It's not for me at that price. If it was like, I don't know, $20 a month, $30, I'd probably do 40. I probably would do 40 throughout the year, because that saves you about 50% of what I was paying at the time. And overall, man, I would rate his program an 8 out of 10. It is a very good program. He is very knowledgeable. He doesn't bullshit you, which I like. He will tell you all the time, hey, I messed up. I like that. I enjoy that. He's a very real guy from what I can tell from the little interaction I have. And probably the best thing about Tim Sykes' program for me is that he hangs around all day, right? Maybe he's not trading throughout the whole day, but he's in the chat room, and he'll let you know, hey guys, maybe IGC is not a good stock right now. Hey man, maybe you want to avoid Tilray at this point. And of course, do what you want, but he's there, okay? And even though he's traveling to freaking Africa or wherever he's going, Australia at that time, he's still checking his phone. And that's some dedication, man. Like I said, I've joined some other groups, and they don't, you know, they'll trade for like the first hour and they'll ditch you. That's it. You're gone. You know what I mean? You're done. So there's no more one-on-one. There's no more helping you out. And throughout the whole trading process, he's very transparent, and I enjoyed it. So I think I've rambled quite enough, guys. If you've ever played anything with Tim Sykes or his alerts, or you've been in his group, let me know. I do think it's a really good program. Again, it's just too expensive for me. So guys, I will see you later. Peace out. This was my first ever video on this channel. So I'd appreciate if you like and subscribe. If not, that's cool too. And I'll just never be able to live stream my trades. Okay, peace out, guys.